ॐ ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहि तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहि। ओम शांति शांति शांति। अचिंत्य व्यक्त रूपाय निर्गुणाय गुणात्मने समस्त जगदाधार मूर्तये ब्रह्मणे नमः। We have been talking this Guru Tattva, especially that verse number 21, 22, 23 when we are discussing वेद शास्त्र पुराणानि च इतिहासादिकानि च मंत्र यंत्रादि विद्यानां मोहन उच्चाटनादिकम् शैव शाक्त आगमादीनि हि अन्ये च बहवो मताः अपभ्रंशः समस्तानां जीवानां भ्रान्तचेतसा जपः तपः व्रतं तीर्थं यज्ञः दानं तथा एव च गुरुतत्त्वम् अभिज्ञाय सर्वं व्यर्थं भवेत् प्रिये इति। Lord Shiva tries to give the essence that look sarvam vyartha iti. So everything will go in vain, which has no meaning, there is no usefulness. You may do anything, starting with including that Veda, Shastra, Purana, cha itihasaka makes no difference. You can keep studying, you can spend time. Mantra, yantra, adi vidyanam, different type of vidya, whether mantra vidya or yantra vidya, anything you do it. Including Mohana Uchatna Adikam, that Shat Karma that is related to Tantra, especially in Tantra Shastra. Guru plays a very big role. The way they look at Guru is something different. So let us not again get into. And whether you are Saivite or you are, let us say, Mother worshipper or Surya worshipper or Ganapati worshipper or Vishnu worshipper, mainly these five types of worships we divide based on the Panchayatana Puja, and later on all other things comes. So here it says, look, here whatever you do, all these people have different matas with reference to everything, but not with reference to Guru at all. All of them agree on Guru Tattvam in the same way. There is no difference at all. And here, last class we were talking Japaha, Tapaha, Vratam. So we have covered these three. Japa means doing a japa, doing a mantra consciously for a given number of time in a proper procedure, in short. And tapaha means austerity. So following certain austerities, we drain maybe completely. Whereas when it comes to that vratam, again, in Vratam, there are also austerities, but with some mingling with people, being in the society, you follow certain things. And here it says Tirtham. So there we stopped. There are different type of Tirthas. Starting with every day we take Tirtham, especially in Tamil Nadu. So taking the water, so I am taking Tirtham. So other name of the Jalam water is called Tirtham. So the Jalam, the water that is associated with the god becomes Tirtham. Interestingly, this tirtham, what we talk, that associated with water, It has got role everywhere. As you know, this all religion, some way or other, follow Hinduism. But when they try to copy it, you know how they copy, okay? So they say very nicely, because in our childhood we were talking, okay? So when you copy from somebody, so instead of, because you are smart, if you are not smart, you are dumb fellow, you look at the other paper, you just copy as it is. But if you are little smart, why you to say, suppose father and son, he's writing some essay. So instead of father, you thought, why not change? Why father? I can put grandfather. So when you put the grandfather, so you change everywhere father to grandfather. Then what happens? You know better. So sometimes some religions become funny because of wrong way of copying, but they have their own position. Absolutely no problem. So the most important tirtham here is, that's what I would like to highlight. Even though there are four types of tirtham, the tirtham, the holy places associated with water body. Second one would be associated with a place, a land. Third one would be associated with a deity. And fourth one would be associated with a human being, sages. So there are four types of tirthas. But interestingly, maximum holy places are connected with water. Some way or other. That's why I said that wherever the river, especially, takes a turn, means while trying to go back to the source, not able to, then makes a bend. And there you can see a whirlpool anywhere there is a bend. That's an amazing thing to observe. And that becomes by default a holy place. And that too, if it is a holy river and there is a bend, automatically you will consider that place is a holy place. Incidentally, I can say this much. Our ashram in Uttarakasi also is in a bent place. There is a whirlpool. And that's why you can see that Nandi Keswaraha, Nandi is natural Nandi is inside the river Ganga. So the Swami, because we only went there now, the Swami who chose long back, he was a great person. So he thought that Uttarakasi is crowded. Now let me go out of Uttarakasi. And interestingly, he did this place actually after 12 years of Maunam, maintaining silence. So when he broke his silence, then he said, it is too crowded, Uttarakasi. Let me go out of Uttarakasi. So let us not get into too much background of this. However, because there is a bend, by itself is a holy place. And once it becomes a holy place, then next thing comes is Devata. So to maintain the sanctity of that place, Devata is being installed. So God is being presented, being established. So that's why if you look at every turning place, bending places, there will be some deity. Now when it comes Devata, then there is a different type of level. So first thing is Devata that is installed by itself, Swayambhu. All Jyotirlingas are all Swayambhu. That came up by itself. So they first is Swayambhu. Swayambhu means that they come up by in themselves. They comes under first category. Second type of Devata comes when it is worshipped or established or prana pratishtha has been done by a god. Then third category, if the prana pratishtha is being done by human being and saintly people. That's why till now, if you observe, when especially Kumbhabhisekam is done, the Shankaracharyas or Ramanujacharyas, all the acharyas are being called, not ministers. Okay, even though one of the best temple they did it. Okay, unfortunate. However, very political statement I gave it. However, here, so when we look at this, that the holy place gets its sanctity, especially river related holy place, based on Devata. The moment of that place takes place, you can say, already is a holy place and becomes more enhanced. The enhanced sanctity or enhanced activities takes place based on Devata. And again, the Devata that is being established by whom? Is it by Ishvara, by God, or is it by, let us say, human beings? And based on that, or primarily, or Swayambhu by itself, has it come or not? So if it is Swayambhu, it will continue by itself. You cannot do anything. And Swayambhu can happen anywhere, means by itself, like all Shivalingas especially. So they are by themselves. For example, Kailasa, Manasarovar. Kailas, if you look at Kailas, by itself is Swayambhu. The mountain itself is worshipped as Lord Shiva. Whereas when we look at Jyotirlinga Rameshwaram, so Rameshwaram was being done by Lord Rama. So because it was established by Lord Rama, Devata, so that's why it gets its own sanctity. And of course, there are deities established by different saints. And when we look at, in short, if you see any holy place, that is the most important thing to take home. There is Jalam, means water, there is river or sea, like Rameswaram, water body. And along with that, Devata is there. And Devata is associated or was established by God or Rishis. Definitely, it is worth going, and that is the order of different type of what? These holy places. And all over India, we have this common acceptance, I won't say belief, wrong word, common acceptance. Kashi, because among Ashtapuris, so we have, there are 8 Puris, okay? Not only Puri temple, Puri, okay? There are Ashtapuris. Haridwar is called as Maya Puri, for your kind information. Real Maya. That's another level. However, so Kashi is also one of the Puri. Now, in Kashi, we all accept that Kashi is one of the holiest place in India. Why? There is Jalam, number one. And Kashi Vishwanatha, Lord Shiva. And also, not only it is accepted that not only Lord Shiva is there himself, also all the deities are there. And also it is believed that Daksha Prajapati himself still is alive in some form or other over there. So he is there still. So looking at all these angles, that's why we say, you know what? You know, if you want to die, die in Kashi. And if you die in Kashi, amazing. That's why many people, there are many places, just people go and take towards the end of their life, take the room just to die. It's an amazing concept to observe, okay? However, the point is here that Tirtha, the holy places, pilgrim places becomes later on. The holy places by itself is called tirtham when the river takes a bend. Or you can say the place becomes a holy place when the river takes a bend, number one. Later on, once it takes a bend, slowly people recognize that energy itself creates that will pull that energy is entirely different. It will attract deity. So once deity comes, whether it is Swayambhu or it is done by the God or by human beings, then people start to keep coming, and that place takes a momentum. And interestingly, all over the India, all holy places related to this. Whereas when you look at Sthala, because this is Jalam related, Sthalam means related to place. For example, we also go to that Kurukshetra. So Kurukshetra, where the Mahabharata war took place. So that is also holy place. So when we look at especially Kurukshetra, of course there is also Ishvara is there, God is there, Brahma Sagar is there, a lot of things are there, but mainly related to place. Why? Because before Kurukshetra, means the war was declared in that place. That place was the ritual place of Kuru family. That's why Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yushavaha. The Kurukshetra happens to be Dharmakshetra. A lot of rituals have happened over there. So when a lot of rituals have happened there, now where does this war going to lead? Is it going to support my children, those who are embodiment of adharma, or it is going to opposite? So that was the doubt by Dhritarashtra. So that's why here, Sthala Tirtham, like Kurukshetra, for example. And of course, present day, also there are certain cases are there, mainly this Manushya Tirtha. So when you say Manushya Tirtha, so because somebody was born, somebody happened, whether later on become God is a different thing altogether. And because they portray as God. For example, few days back, Guru Nanaka. So Guru Nanaka birthplace, whether in Pakistan makes no difference. So that is being considered, uh, I think Pakistan correct. Now at present, just border of the Pakistan. So that is considered as holy place. Also, any religious, for example, even if Jesus also, same thing also being considered as. And when we look at that, how this also takes a momentum related to Manushya, and later on they are called God differently. However, so in short, we go to Tirtham, the holy places, and that becomes later on a pilgrimage place. Not for anything, but to recharge ourselves so that we'll have insight to go back to the source. So that's the main purpose. Not do no spending time wasting all these things. Like for example, say I can say, once upon a time, people used to go to Kedarnath. So Kedarnath was really only for inspiration with devotion to recharge. But nowadays in Kedarnath, the number of people are more related to make the reels than the preliminary people. Because when you go for reels, that reel becomes hit with the crowd, with the nature, this and that. So number of that's why they have a lot of restrictions because of this reason. If I'm right, now slowly in India they are banning, periphery of like 200 meters periphery of the temples. In Kedarnath they have banned. So in these certain things you cannot use videos or you cannot take. Not because of anything, because of the real issue. Okay. So in short, instead of me going there to come back to my source, to understand myself, to look at myself, to spend time myself, I want to be popular through that place. It's very unfortunate. So in short, let us come back to our topic. So japa, tapa, vratam, tirtham, yajna. So yajna means where there is a fire related. Even though we have different type of yajnas, where we say japa yajna, jnana yajna, that's why Swami Ananda highlighted this discourse giving. He said Gita, jnana yajna. So that was Swami Ananda's coining words. It's amazing. So he made it known. So here also fire is knowledge. Knowledge is the fire. It's an amazing concept he brought all over the world. So yajna, the rituals you can say. Danam, so sharing, giving the needy, thinking that I am in a position, I can do the best, whatever possible. And now, when all these things is being done, he says, Guru Tattvam Avijnaya. Without knowing Guru Tattva, if all these things are done or any one of these are being done, like you go to Tirthasthana without Guru Tattva, so you will be busy in making reels. So when you do Dhanam without Guru Tattva, you want how much return I will get. Of course, if you do yajna without Guru Tattvam, what we say, now how much, what sort of baram I'll get, even if the Ishwaraha, the God, appears in front of you. So you will do the transaction. Look, this many millions I spent. So how many millions or how much name fame I'll get back? Iti. So everywhere you will see there is issue. So in short, wherever the issue pops up, it is not because of the person, because of lack of knowledge of Guru Tattva in short. So if there is a Guru Tattva, the person will be on track. The person cannot go astray at all. However, then he says, let us look. Guru Buddhyatmano Nanyat Satyam Satyam Varanani Tallabhartam Prayatnastu Kartavyasya Manishivihi. So this is to be done and some type of prayatna effort to be put. Tat labhartham. So what is that? Guru buddhyatmanah. So Guru buddhi atmanah for a person, what is to be done now? Okay. That if there is no Guru buddhyatmana, na anyat satyam satyam varanani. So if there is no other truth than this Guru buddhi, then this to gain this Guru buddhi, now I need to put effort. So Manishvi by the Manushas, Manishvi, the contemplative ones, Manishi, the wise one, the intelligent ones must put effort. And this is their responsibility, that is their duty, and they must really work for it. Then only it will happen. That's why we say Guru Krupa cannot come by itself. This is the line here. Gudha Vidya Jagan Maya Deha Sagyana Sambhava Vijnanam Yat Prasadena Guru Shabdena Kathayate. Says, look. So this Gudha Vidya, Jagan Maya, Avidya, you can say, is very Gudha Vidya. It's not that easy. The more you try to dig, the more you discover many layers of you. And finally you discover there is nothing like on here. And secondly also, this Jagat Maya, what is Maya in short? Not illusion, okay? Don't translate straight away, illusion. Then of course you are in illusion. So Maya means, Maya in short, there are different explanations, but in short, Ma means that which does not exist. Ya means that which exists. In essence, that which does not exist, but in appearance that exists. That is called Maya. So, like the cloth. The cloth in essence does not exist. Because cloth is a nama and rupa. It's a name and form. I call this upper cloth. Now with the same thread, I might make a dress that becomes a dress. Name changes. Once form changes, name changes. So the cloth that I hold on to, in reality, it does not exist, but it exists. Yeah, it solves the purpose. Okay. So that's why don't say illusion doesn't exist. So this is called Maya in short. This is the very simplest way to understand Maya, or its big mess. Now he says, look, whole Jagat, entire Jagat is Maya. So you have to be extremely careful. You cannot discard nor you can grab. And not only that, dehascha ajnana sambhava, the body that I am holding on to, is nothing. It is made up of, or because of ajnana, ignorance, this body has come to existence. So that means this body is nothing but expression of mind or manifestation of mind, ajnana iti. So when this body itself is a manifestation of my jnana, ignorance, imagine what I do. So that's why I need vijnana, I need knowledge. So how this knowledge, well, knowledge only will handle the ignorance, nothing else. So Guru prasadana, yat prasadena. So whose prasada? Is Guru's prasada iti. That's why it says Guru sabdena kathaye. So this can happen, vijnanam, knowledge, only by what? The Guru prasadam, the prasada of Guru. Yadagri kamalam dundam, dundatapanivaratam, tarakam bhavasindhusya, tam gurum pranamamyaham. Says, look, tam gurum pranamamyaham, aham pranamami. So I salute, I prostrate that Guru. And who is that Guru? Tarakam iti. So Tarakam is the one who Tarayati, the one who makes me to cross over. So what, who Saha Tarayati, what does he do? What sort of things does he make me to cross over the road? Especially crossroad, I am standing, I don't know. Yes, in life crossroad, he makes me to cross, no doubt in it. But here he says, Bhava Sindhasya. So this Sindhu means ocean, ocean of sense of becoming, Bhava. Now I am drowning, I am suffocated in this Bhava Sindhu, sense of becoming. So there is always pressure in me. I am not comfortable with me. I always compete. There is jealous. There is insecurity. There is this. There is that. So this is called Bhava Sindhu. Like why called Bhava Sindhu? In Sindhu, in ocean, you do not know what is there, what is the down below. So unknown. Here also, Ajnana is so unknown about you. You are so unknown. You know everything except yourself. Okay. So this Bhava Sindhu, from this ocean of samsara, this person makes me to cross over. And how he says, look very nicely. And he also makes Dwanda Tapa Nibarakam. Another word for Guru. Dwanda Tapa Nibarakam. Somewhere it is being said, Dwanda Tapa Nibarakaya Namaha. So my salutation to Dwanda Tapa Nibarakam. So Tapa means confliction. The heat that is generated, Tapam if you want to say, the heat that is generated by what? Dwandam, conflict, pairs of opposite. Sukham, dukham, happiness and painful. I am happy, I am comfortable. Now suddenly unhappiness comes. I cannot. Now I am comfortable with cold, suddenly temperature changes, becomes hot. I can't handle it. So the pairs of opposite creates a confliction, generates heat in my mind, not only body, okay? So that is called Dwanda Tapa. And the Guru does Nivarakam, removes. And interestingly says, because in short, Dvanda is nothing but conflict, okay? So the confusion between Jnanam and Ajnanam in between. And he says, look, he just plays with it. Yad Agri Kamala Dundam. So how does it happen? It happens through that what? By the two feet of pairs of feet of the Guru. By which feet? So the foot or the feet of the teacher, two foots or feet of the teacher takes care of everything. Why? Because the feet is being accepted as the foundation of knowledge. That's why if you observe why you are switching off and switching on, so why, please don't disturb the flow. However, coming back here you have to see that when this uh, feet is being looked at, that's why the feet of the teacher becomes more important than the body. So culturally, we look at very carefully. That's why Guru Paduka Puja. So when you say Guru Puja, so we do Guru Paduka Puja, not kicking the Padukas, okay? So here I noticed, whenever, wherever, people kick, okay? And when there is there, they will lift the leg, they will keep it aside, you understand? Unfortunate. So anyway, so this is what, however, so here he says that this Guru Paduka, because that is the foundation, because without this knowledge, things doesn't move. That's why people get not associated with the feet of the teacher. They get associated with the body, the what the Guru is having ashram, the Guru what is having organization, the Guru is having this, that. So rather than being associated with the knowledge, what the Guru is having, people get associated. Then in time, they get frustrated. So that's why this Guru Yad Angri Kamala Dundam. So this Kamala means like lotus, stands for the knowledge. Iti. Dehi Brahma Bhavet Yasmat. Twat Krupartham Vadami Tat Sarva Papa Vishuddhatma Sri Guru Pada Sevana. Says because of this, Sri Guru Ho Pada Sevana. So sometimes we use this Guru before Guru, Sri Guru. So Sri Guru has got a different connotation altogether. In Sri Vidya tradition, we use Sri Guru related to those who are Sri Vidya Upasaka. Also, we say Sri stands for all sort of prosperity. So the Guru being the source of prosperity. So that's why there is being called also Sri Guru Iti. So Sri Guru Ho Pada Sevanat Iti. So that means what? So by worshipping, by serving the feet of the Guru, Sarva Papa Vishuddhatma, the person becomes free from all sort of papas. Sarva Papa Vishuddhatma. And he says, look, Dehi Brahma Bhavet. The Dehi means the one who is holding on to Deha, thinking that I am so and so. That is called Dehi. I have so and I have many things. I have done this. I have not done that. So this Dehi becomes Brahma, understands, hey, I am not having this body. Body is just product of Ajnanam. Now, Dehi Bhavet Brahma. And not only says that Yasmat Tvat Krupartham Badami Tat, by whose Krupa, now look, by whose grace all these things happens. Now, for your grace sake, Lord Shiva says, O Parvati, now I am talking that. So, Guru Pada Sevanam Iti. More of it we'll see tomorrow again. Om Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Eva Vashishyate Om Shant Shant Shanti. Thank you, all of you.